Welcome back to another very, very special episode. It's yours truly, Darius Butler, my co-host, Antoine Bethea. Back with another great episode of Man to Man Podcast. We have a special guest, Indianapolis Colts own best defense in the league, Kenny Moore, man, going into his fourth year. What's up, Kenny? Thanks for joining us, man.
For
What's up?
sure.
Good to be here. I appreciate you having me on.
Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you, man. How you feeling so far about this year, man?
Feeling
Two and
great,
one.
healthy, blessed. Can't really complain, but um, definitely around the right pieces of the puzzle to
Mm-hmm.
win each week. So we just gotta get after it in practice.
Yep. I feel you. So, y'all boys playing obviously lights out right now. After the first week, I know you was there with Chuck with the ebbs and flows, ups and downs. I know y'all heard a lot of noise outside the building. How did y'all just kind of block that out and just move on to two back-to-back dominant performances?
Just getting back in the lab and just trying to minimize the mistake. You know,
Mm-hmm.
each week, but we have a lot to clean up. There's always room for improvement. As far as shattering the run and having the right to get the ball out of the air. So we got to have the right to rush the passer, and to do that, we got to start the run first. So and that just starts in practice.
Nah,
Facts.
for sure. Yeah, you just kind of that was gonna be my next question. I know it's early in the league, early in the season, my fault. But I was gonna ask, like, as a as one of the key um players on the defense on the team, I was just kind of asking you, at the team, what do you guys feel as though this early part of the year where you can kind of improve on? You kind of just mentioned it, as far as, like,
Right.
stopping the run and things of that nature. But if you can kind of, like, add on to that, what do you think you guys need to improve on?
Like I already said, stopping the run, but I think it's more so just coming together as a unit, coming together and making that name for ourselves, having that identity that we want, for other people to see, whenever they cut the tape on how you want them to view us. So, and that goes from like running to the ball, making turnovers, celebrating with each other, and just and all those things starts in practice. Like I said, like we have to take practice so seriously, and we got to correlate that to the game. So, and that goes back to like how we're coached. They coach it so hard to where it's not going to be that hard in the game. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's just how it is.
All right. So what would you say? I know you're in year four now, and I was with you your rookie year. What do you feel like has been the biggest change in your game personally, and then the biggest change of how you just see the game as a whole?
I feel like it's my feel of it. I wasn't as fluid or smooth or really as confident rookie year. Everything was like a baby walking into a candy store. Like it's so much to
Mm-hmm.
see. Like my vision wasn't as uh, clear. I feel like I didn't have the clarity as a rookie, which is normal.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
being around vets like yourself, people who gonna give you the game and that experience, you know, not necessarily being out there on the field, but someone to talk to and tell you like, hey, third and short, we thinking mesh or what I'm saying, sticks, stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think more so like the experience part of it, and then just going out there and having to slow down mentally, uh, which obviously um, will make me play faster. So I would definitely say from rookie year to week to year four, uh, definitely the tempo of the game.
Tempo feel for okay.
Yeah, feel for, yeah. So, out there, playing corner and playing, moving inside, playing the nickel spot. Which position you feel as though you have the most fun?
Uh, Nickel by far. It's
A lot
a.
more action in there.
I
Yeah.
mean, every play you're gonna have some type of action as far as run, pass, sacking the quarterback, trying to drop back into pass coverages or just covering somebody. It's more of a leadership job at nickel that more than people ever even think or realize because I'm working with the corners and linebackers on each and every play, and sometimes the safety. So there's always leadership part that goes on to nickel.
Mm-hmm.
That I can be at corner and I don't really ever have to say anything at all. If the receiver not off the ball or anything like that, if it's not emotion or anything, I don't
Yep.
really have a leadership job at corner. It's more so just like, all right, what's the call? Okay, cool. Like I know what I gotta do. But nickel is so many like shifts, emotions, and everything that it has going on as far as the defense trying to replicate to the offense.
But now one of the best things about your game, it's a lot of good things. One of the best things is your ability to rush the passer. Where did that come from? Was that something you
Yeah.
did in college? Is it just something that
And
you just kind of got a knack for in the league once they start calling them more? Because they ain't send me much. I mean, for
I
good
mean, you
reason.
got as a D coordinator, you got to know your
You know
personnel.
your
So
personnel.
right, that's where it all boils down to, is
Yeah.
knowing who you have in the
yeah,
room and how to put your players in the best position to win. So
Hmm.
I didn't know I actually had it in me. But whenever the new coaching staff came in 2018, just going through OTAs and all the drills that we had going on back then, they just saw like my intensity and my quickness and my strike ability uh, to the point that they want to put in a lot of blitzes and everything. So,
Hmm.
and then in 2018, 2019, like I remember in 2018, we called a blitz probably almost all the way down the field. You know what I'm saying? Stopping the run, trying to knock off timing. But
Hmm.
I think it just boils down to knowing who you have in the room and how you want to use that guy. And then taking advantage of practice. I mean, having luck in the room and trying to blitz luck, and then now going against Rivers, you have
Hmm.
those quarterbacks that know body language. They know how
Yeah.
to critique
yeah.
me as a nickel and say, "Hey, when you look like this, I probably know when you coming, or when I don't know you coming." So it's more so just knowing myself, but then asking the quarterbacks that I'm going against. How can I better my game? So.
Yeah,
Now
so
that's
yeah, man, it was just the coaches ain't know who they had, man. They ain't know. I probably I probably had it in me too.
nah, they definitely knew what they had. But you said something just now that I think a lot of you know, I know as a player, and like you said, having the type of quarterbacks that you go against in practice kind of makes the game. The game is never easy, but it makes it easier. You know what I mean? Like you said, going
Yeah.
against an Andrew Luck, going against a Phillip Rivers. Like again, like how much time do you spend with a Phillip Rivers outside the meet room, out off the practice field? How much time did you spend, even though this off season was condensed, you didn't have a
Hmm.
bunch of time. But during training camp, how much time did you get in his ear? As far as 'cause I know I used to ask Peyton, I used to ask a lot of the quarterbacks, like, how do our disguise look? Who's that tail? You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
we can go to them and be like, okay, well, you kind of tipping off the blitz or you tipping off the rotation. So like, how much time were you able to get with Phillip and really pick his brain?
Not all the time, but it was. I feel like whenever it was convenient for he or I to like reach out to each other. Whenever we first got him, I reached out to him. I knew some people around the building that already had his phone number. I was like, hey, what's his number so I can send him a text. So, but this off season, we got together as skills to do some like skills OTAs with each other's. So like so the first time I meet him, it wasn't in the building. It was already like I already worked out with him at Grand Park. So,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
um, uh, but now in the season, uh, we'll talk in between periods, or we'll talk after practice in the locker room or something like that. But just trying to gel everything together, not just as a defense, but as an offense, defense, special teams. We all just trying to win the day and then go out there and win on Sunday. So
Yeah.
um, that's pretty much how it is.
I think that's a big part of growth, big part of getting better on both sides of the ball. They put out a report the other day, and somebody asked me about it. Oh, Jalen Ramsey, he studies the other receivers and he talks to his team. I'm like, man, that go on all the time
All
in
the
the
time.
NFL.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know, being in those practices, I know Luck was one of those quarterbacks that every time, I had a PBU or I broke on something or I read something, like he had questions like, man, how did you know that was coming? And
Mm-hmm.
Right.
same thing, vice versa. How do you know this coverage or that coverage? And that helps both sides of the ball. But kind of back to we were talking about with the quarterbacks. Having a new quarterback this year, having Phillip, I think he's leading the league right now in completion percentage. Going in the last game, I don't know if they had a 3-and-out last game, but going in the last game, it was only offense without a 3-and-out. How does that change? How does that change everything for y'all? Or does that change anything? Y'all just feel like y'all just got to do your job regardless?
We got to do ours regardless. If it's a turnaround play, we got to get back out there. Hey, we got to go make a stop. If they are in the red zone when we get out there, hey, they only leave with 3 points. You know what I mean? So it's just a swagger that you got to have whenever you on defense. It's just they just can't get anything. But as far as the offense, I mean that just pertains to them. We getting our rest while they on the field. So
Right.
Hey, man.
so
No
we'll
3-and-outs.
lose it. Yeah,
So that's
we'll
love.
lose it. Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, that's love, man.
Now let's talk about your journey, man. Like you said, coming from Valdosta, right?
Yeah,
Valdosta,
Valdosta.
right, yeah, Valdosta State, coming from a smaller school,
229.
229. I respect it. So kind of similar to kind of my story, and I know how I was kind of coming into the league with a chip on my shoulder, and just the path was just a little different than some of the other guys. But at the end of the day, you can create your own narrative. Just talk about when you was coming into the league, coming in from college, your mindset. Like, did you have a chip on your shoulder, and you know what I mean? How do you see yourself, now? Like, do you feel as though you're here, or you still obviously have some room to improve? But you know what I mean? How's your journey so far?
My journey has been great. Definitely hasn't been easy. But I feel like I belong in this league. I feel like, I'm just working for my game to flourish. I'm not nearly as where I want to be at. I haven't accomplished anything in this league. I got a lot of work to do for my name to be respected. So, and that's just how I feel each and every day. That's why I go out there and play like I'm a madman. But from being in New England and coming over here, I'm just ready to compete each and every day. I just want to work. That's all I want to do and win football games. So that's really how I take on each day that I put on that horseshoe.
Respect it.
Yeah, got it out the mud, man. So when you coming onto the scene, you're an undrafted free agent, right?
Yeah.
Undrafted free agent, then released by the Patriots. We signed you, I think, right before the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right before the season, and you come in, and you come from that, and now you're in year 4, and coming into the season, you're on everybody's board, right? If I'm playing the Colts, I got to know where 23 is on defense. We got to have certain things to attack him. Certain things that he does well, certain things that we may not think he does so well. So how does that, for like the fans out there, how does that change your mindset going into a game? I know offensively it's different, but defensively, how does that change your mindset, or does it for you?
Not so much. I pretty much just play my game, and at my position, I'm more reactionary. I can feel like what they're trying to do, and we'll probably make our sideline adjustments, but it's more so at the nickel position. It's more so reaction. Like you really can't do too much because I did all my thinking Monday, Tuesday through Saturday. You know what I mean? So on Sunday, I'm not really trying to think about whenever we get this play, I got to think about this. This is like, I already drew up the X's and O's during the week, so I ain't got to think whenever I come out here. It's more so just playing fast and just being 2-3 at the end of the day. So it's more so like my game. I hate like stressing myself out, giving myself anxiety about what's going on. Just play a game. Everything will come to you. Leave it all up to God. Just play with effort. Play full speed.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
I like it. So we got some questions from off of Twitter for some fans. One of your ex teammates, man, Eric Ebron. He was like, asked Kenny about our epic battles in the slot. So like working, I mean, obviously, working with guys in practice, man, they make you better. And again, just depending on who they are, when you get to the game, it's like, man, I done seen somebody 10 times as better as you. You know what I mean? In practice that I work in front of. How was those battles with E?
It was some great battles. It was some great battles, but I feel like every win, every loss that I've taken, not even just Ibram, is shaping 23 to be 23. So uh, it's much love, much respect for Eric Ebron. I'm wishing him the best going forward, but it was some great battles going, from camp to OTAs to I was matched up on him probably a few days like straight. And
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, like he stressed me out, but I
Hmm.
was I was getting his head too. But uh, that's just what you gotta love about the game of football and going
Yeah.
against your teammates. Definitely growth that he's helped me with, and all the trash talk.
While we talking tight ends real quick, I want to ask you real quick. We know Jack Doyle, Mr. Reliable, always gonna do his job, get open. What y'all think about Mo Alley? Because I was there when he first got there, and you kind of saw the potential. And now watching him, I see the confidence growing. I see him, really just becoming a football player. Obviously, coming from the basketball side of things. Now you see him and potentially can be a real threat. He's already a real threat, but I'm saying even more of
Right.
a dominant force going forward. Are y'all as excited in the building as we are outside the building about Mo Alley?
Very supportive. Very supportive.
Mhm.
I think I know we have the guys in the locker room that are very supportive, genuinely, and I call him big guard,
Uh-huh.
basketball. But when the ball is in the air and it's 50-50, I feel like it's 51-49. Mo's coming down with the ball, so
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect and a lot of love for Mo, just because I've seen his road from a distance. Of him being on the 53-man roster,
Hmm.
and now I'm producing for the team. So he's a very quiet, as you know, like
Yep.
he's self reserved, but he's very hardworking, and I know he loves the game of football. So it's good seeing Mo flourish, and
Yeah,
I wish him the best too.
for sure.
Man, it's dope, man, to hear you say that. You know what I mean? We just speak highly of your teammate, man. And on the field, you can kind of see it correlates just the way, you guys are out there flying around, having fun. Like you said, celebrating when somebody makes a play. And I think me and D-Buck, we spoke on that before, whereas, that relationship you guys have off the field and how you feel about a person off the field, that correlates to on the field. Like how you guys' relationship as a whole, guys in the locker room, how is y'all relationship off the field?
It's great. I think you can really tell, if a team is close knit, if they hang out in the
Mm-hmm.
off season. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because no one is telling you to hit these guys up, and everybody's scattered across the country with whatever they want to do. But when you have great teammates and a good close knit team, they're gonna hang out whenever it's not mandatory.
Hmm.
And going to community service and seeing Mo there yesterday, it was great. It was
Yeah.
great feeling having him at the juvenile center yesterday. But definitely working out with him in LA too. Like you just never know how far a relationship can go. And just like my relationship with D Butt, like
Hmm.
I've talked to him this entire off season, and throughout the season, and really just like a big bro, and
Yep.
and not so much like, hey, can you do this for me? It's more so just like, how you doing? Like, I just want to know how you doing, how your family doing. So, uh, that's pretty much how it is. That's all love.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's
Yep, yep,
dope.
absolutely. Now, with your ascension on the field, I feel like you've descended just as much off the field, and you kind of touched
For
on it
sure.
with you, what you've been doing in the community, especially in Indianapolis. How did that come about? Like, where is that? Just kind of how you were raised? Is that like what did that come from? Because I know even last week, you got the pick and you auction off your jersey, your game worn jersey. Like, just kind of touch on that a little bit, man. How does that affect you? Like, where did that come from?
Just how I was raised,
Hmm.
and being raised in the church, that we was always doing community service, and at St. Paul AME back in Valdosta, Georgia. I just gave him a little shout out for him, but uh, it was just instilled, from my mom, and she was always telling me to do stuff for other people. But when your parents tell you something, you don't really know what they really talking about until you
Yep.
get older and
Yeah.
become wise and you begin to like open your eyes a little bit and you begin to understand the world. But yeah, it was just one of those things where it was just how I was raised and how I was instilled, and whenever I went to college, we still went to elementary schools to read and read across America Week and all these types of different events that we had going home. So. Um, just something that I cherish of how I was raised.
That's what's up, man. We'll keep that going, man. And we gonna challenge you to get a Walter Payton Man of the Year. We
Sure.
definitely, I definitely see that in your future. I know, Twan. What you got?
Uh-huh.
2?
Yeah, I got 2 of them things.
Two
Yeah.
of them
That's
things. I
what's
got
up.
1. So Kenny, you got to join the club.
gotta
When you
keep
get
it
that,
going.
you got to
Yes,
come
sir.
back on.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
Challenge you to keep the tradition
I look
going, man.
forward to it.
Bet. What else we got, man?
We got another question for you. Another question. I'm gonna get a good one for you. That's a good one. In your opinion, what part of your game have you been working to improve on the most?
Ooh,
It's a good one.
Yeah, who asked that one?
that's a great one.
That's Dev _Rutherford.
Okay.
Good question.
I said part of my game that I've been working the most. I think man-to-man coverage, because I feel like people think I'm just like a blitzer or like I'm pretty good at like baiting the quarterback in certain like coverages or whatever. But when it's third down, you got to get off the field, and he called man to man. It's like, all right, I got to buckle up and I got to get off the field. But
Mm-hmm.
like I was already saying, like it starts in practice. But you know, going against the guys that we have in practice, they're gonna make it a rep, whether you want it or not. They're gonna try to go catch that ball. So, um, I think that's something that I've been working on for sure. But since this past week I got a PI, so I gotta just keep working on
That
it.
was
But
that was that was some
That was
BS, man. What was that? The first
yeah,
third down? Yeah,
yeah,
that was some BS, man. Just like that one in the Bills game. But that was wasn't that a point of emphasis this year? Illegal contact, OPI, the
yeah.
preseason. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, they'll
But
die down on that.
Yeah.
Come week
but
8.
definitely man-to-man coverage.
Okay.
You're always going to have to at some point strap up and get off the field, man. What else we
Never
got?
want to be that guy on third down, man. But it'd be tough, man. Never want to be that guy.
Yeah, but hey, you gotta thrive. You gotta thrive in that though, man. That's the best part. That's the
You
best
gotta
part
love
about it. Especially
sure.
DB, corner, nickel, whatever. When that call come in, and like somebody asked me last week, biggest difference of playing corner, nickel, and safety. And I'm like, shit. When that cover one come in, I'm a safety. That's love. I'm communicating. Hey, look at that motion. When they come in, I'm a nickel corner. Okay, I got.
Unless they got unless you playing Kansas City or Philly and you cover one, safety got to come down. Like, yo, it's shit bulls out on your back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like it. You got to thrive in that, man. You got to thrive, especially if you matched up on their guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because guys move around. Yeah, they move around guys so much. Every top receiver, they're going to be moved around now. It's not like back in the day or like the old Indy days when you knew Marv was going to be on one side and Reggie was going to be in the other. Like now, guys, they're going to slot in the backfield, motioning out there. So you never know. So that 3rd and 6 come out and all right, I'm on the guy. I got to win. I know I'm getting action. I got to win. So I love it, man. I still get to hear stand up on my back. What else we got, man? Who we got? Yeah, I'm gonna ask this one. This IG Jake _Graham 21. Who's the funniest guy on the team? Funniest guy. Who's the team clown? Who was y'all team clown, Twan?
Bro, we had a locker room full of team clown. When I first got there, we had Cato June, we had Dominic Rhodes, I'll say Gabe Brackett. He was on that list.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. See, I had a group. So I had Matt Light was the first one in New England. Matt Light was a clown. Rich Orenberger in New England. Obviously Pat McAfee and in Indy and Carolina. Cam was probably the team clown. Always keeping guys upbeat. Always had a prank or something. So who was that guy? Who was that guy in the 2020 Colts locker room?
I'll probably give it to the linebacker room. Probably D. Leonard and Matt Adams. Matt Adams.
Okay, Adams.
Matt Adams crazy. He's a crazy guy. He's definitely a crazy guy.
Yeah, all right. You did you have any pranks, any training camp pranks, anything like that in New England?
Nah, we didn't have any.
None of that. Okay.
Man, we got our special. Well, not. I think it was Pat. Yeah, it was Pat and them. Got our special teams coach in training camp 1 year in Indy. Had that boy hot. Had the packaging peanuts.
Yep. Car full, huh?
Somehow got his keys, and we was in the dorm. They parked this car in the middle of the dorms where everybody could see it. Put the packaging peanuts in the junk, and then they wrapped it
with saran wrap or something.
With the saran wrap.
What?
Yo,
Oh, I'd have been hot.
Man, what?
Hey, back in the day, I was vicious back in the day, boy. I came in the league and they still was doing some of that stuff, but my group, DBs usually got a pretty cool group.
Yeah.
So if you're in one of those teams where it's usually, I would say that the biggest culprits, at least back in the day, was like O-line and D-line.
O-line, D-line.
I feel like they was always the biggest bullies. They had the worst, or the quarterbacks. The cats who had real money. You'll come out. I think Brady, he let somebody call him bricks one time because of something they did to him. So
wow,
connected, it got pulled. But that done subsided a lot since some stuff done went down in the league. But yeah, it's all part of it.
Yeah, I got another question. It's on Twitter at PMI Matt. What was the hardest life adjustment you had moving to Indy? I know mine was dealing with that damn snow.
Oh,
it probably snowed in Valdosta.
No, we 10 minutes from Florida.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, we way south. South.
I don't know nothing about that. Y'all close to 95 or 75?
Yeah, I ain't go to
75. 75? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Twan was born in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got two sisters that live there.
Yeah.
That's 3 hours east of us.
Yeah, I ain't spend no real time out there though.
Yeah, Indy, a nice city though. Indy been up and coming. Year by year, I felt like it got better.
Indy grew on me quick.
Yeah, cities going up quick. I would say that the biggest adjustment is just adulting in general. Like it's a lot of things that I couldn't. Like taxes. Like I can't even think right now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, going grocery shopping, like everything, trying to fill the fridge up with something like.
Yeah,
I don't know, just the whole college life, and then you like a whole adult now. Like it's forcing you to be an adult, so that was the hardest part. I feel like.
Yeah,
that's definitely an adjustment.
For sure.
For real, that's definitely an adjustment because people kind of take that for granted too. Because they just feel like everything's handled for you, but
exactly.
More things that you can that you can put people in place for to handle for you. Obviously, the better. But you coming home, and for me, when I was out there, I was eating most of my meals at the facility.
Yeah.
Or bringing something from there with the whip.
Yeah,
like the whip, whip me up something, man. I was talking to somebody the other day, man. Like that we fired the whip, bro. That like brought the team morale down, bro.
I was about to ask, was the whip still out there?
Nah,
man, they got rid of him.
Was my guy,
man. He used to come.
Guy.
You was out there with the whip too, Kenny?
The real bacon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you was out there with him.
Nah, he was that rookie year, right?
Yeah, he had to be the old cool ass black dude. Yeah.
Man, yo, he used to make the best salads, bro.
Bro, he used to whip up almost anything.
Yeah,
bro. Something was going to. Hey, I need a cake for this or that. You
I ain't really take advantage. Yeah,
that's part of being in it.
Yeah, I know I used to bring some steaks for him. I used to bring some steaks and say, look, put these steaks in the freezer. Don't let nobody get these Jones. That used to be
Word.
my lunch and my dinner.
Yeah, they
That,
switched it all up, man. They kind of trying to get all these 5-star chefs, and then we went through like 3 or 4 chefs in like 2 years. My last 2 years there, man. But yeah, sure they got something together over there now.
yeah.
How is that, man? How has that been? You know, all the new changes, all the new updates to the facilities,
I feel
meetings.
like they just been for the better.
Yeah,
You talking about like as far as like COVID restrictions
I'm
and
saying
everything?
for all that stuff, for like within because I can't imagine how it is within in the locker room and then around the building and stuff. Now, how is that adjustment been?
It's pretty much the norm now. But when we first got here and we had to wear tracers and like we have like the plexiglass between each locker and like we have like a certain capacity who can like lift weights with each other.
Mm-hmm. I don't
So
understand that though, because y'all practice
yes,
together. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's
But
a
I
good
mean,
one.
it's a lot of things that you probably wouldn't understand. But I mean, it just is, it's whole league wide regulations or whatever like
yeah.
that. Like our team meeting room is in like the pavilion and stuff like that. So it's definitely some changes being made. Like we aren't in the same meeting room as usual. Like
Mm-hmm.
we in another area of the facility, but it's pretty much a norm now.
So let me ask you, right? So you say it's the norm, but I mean, obviously, he just came out reports. Tennessee kind of had a outbreak or whatever as a player. If you had to go up against Tennessee this week, like, would it make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah,
yeah, for sure, for sure. That's what you'll be thinking about. But I mean, like, I would feel as if I'm on this field, then I, I feel as if they healthy.
yeah,
But you never know these days
Yeah.
not real.
with the
That's
false
real.
positives and everything. So
Yeah. Once Derrick Henry hit that corner, you ain't gonna be thinking about COVID.
nah, he gonna be. I gotta get this guy on the ground
That's a fact. I gotta hit Milt up and see what's going on out
for
there,
sure,
man, with
for sure.
Tennessee. But I hope they get it under control, man. And it's
Nah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
crazy, with I saw that they would potentially will reschedule some games and just what that would do for the whole schedule and throw things off.
Dang.
So from I feel like from the beginning up until now, the NFL kind of been coasting.
Been
It's been on
good.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guys have been, taking care of what they need to take care of. Much better than I anticipated. I just thought it's just so many people, so many bodies, so many different places. Just the whole operation that it was bound for something to happen. But it's been 100 times better than I ever thought
yeah,
it could
Nah,
have
for
been.
sure.
So hats off to y'all, man. Not only y'all team, but the whole league as a whole, man. Like you said, it's a new normal. So
for
guys are
sure.
obviously been responsible. So that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. You been watching these playoffs? I gotta ask you about these
Who
playoffs.
NBA?
NBA, yeah.
For sure, every
Who
day.
you got? LA or Miami?
Uh,
I might have that, man.
I think that's a trick question.
Nah, ain't no trick
Uh,
question.
I
I'm
feel like
going with
that's
the
a
Heat.
trick question. I'm
I'm
going
with
with
the
the
Heat.
underdog too. I'm going with the underdog.
Yes, sir.
I'm going underdog.
Heat is 6. You heard him?
Ooh, that's see. I said that. I probably said that what 2 days ago,
You
a
said
day
he's
ago,
6?
yesterday. I said Heat in 6 or Lakers in 5.
Oh, come
It's
on,
gonna be
man.
one of those. It's
Yeah,
gonna be one of
yeah.
those
That's
though.
the same thing I
I don't
said.
see it.
That's what
I
I
don't
said
see it
Yeah,
going
Lakers,
yesterday.
7,
Lakers
Lakers
but
in
is.
five.
I did have the Heat in 6 though.
Damn, but you a couple. All right, tell me this. Rank them 1, 2, 3.
Nah, come
MJ,
on.
Kobe, Bron. MJ, Kobe, Bron. You got to rank them real quick. You young too, so I know you grew up and
I'm young. I ain't
Kobe
even
was
see
kind of your
MJ play.
MJ. Barely saw MJ, and then
Right.
Bron. He's still Bron. So who you got? You got to
I
rank
feel
them,
like
man.
we gotta put MJ one though. I feel like we have to.
Why?
Cause that's who everybody chasing.
That he just been an image. He's been the guy. Like I
All
don't
right,
know.
that's fair. I can't
He's
argue too much with MJ1. Okay,
I
that's
never
fair.
watched him. I never watched
Did
him.
you watch The Last Dance?
Yeah, so I mean he
Okay.
was tough. He was
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. So you got MJ1.
Kobe and then LeBron. I got Kobe over LeBron.
I mean, you
Interesting. I
make
mean,
Yeah,
it.
that's like that too. Like
That was quick. Kobe. I mean, Kobe.
You can't argue. I mean, you really can't. I mean, don't get me. You can argue.
You could put them
But
three anywhere. Yeah, you could put them three
anywhere.
You
in
can
any
put them
order.
anywhere.
You can put them in any order. I won't. Yeah, I won't.
It's opinionated.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. And I
We
normally
got
go.
LeBron second.
I'm Bron. Bron is number one all time for me, just because of his longevity, his dominance, his what was expected from him from day one. Like he was the chosen one since probably sophomore year in high school. And we know as athletes, like it's something to that. Like you got to deal with that pressure, you got to deal with that scrutiny. And he's dealt with it on and off the field. What he's done, I can't not think about what he's done off the court too. So that I know it's just who's the better basketball player, but for me, I encompass it all. So he's number one for me. MJ probably 1B. It's hard for me to even put him at 2, and then Kobe would be 3. Kobe would be 3 for me for sure. But I mean, I love watching them all growing up. I mean, I kind of grew up. Me and Bron about the same age, but Kobe and MJ's mindset and their grind, their intensity. It was different. It was different. Yeah. I love growing up watching that.
I didn't start gaining like I respected Kobe as a player all throughout. You know what I'm saying? He was a dog, but I really, really didn't start like realizing like how much he impacted the game until like later on in his career, even into his retirement. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, LeBron, I've been a LeBron fan, just like you said, just what he's brought to the game on and off the court. You know what I mean? What he's been having to live up to, like you said, since he was in high school.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, coming straight out of high school, they just don't live up to the hype. And he's done it. He surpassed that. So it's like you said, it's opinionated. It's tough, but I got LeBron 1.
For sure. Wait, hold on, Emmy. Did you win an Emmy this offseason?
I did.
Tell me about that. Kobe did that too, right?
He won a Grammy.
He won a Grammy
for. Yeah, he won a Grammy
Emmy.
for his.
That's big right there.
Tell me about that Emmy. That boy won an Emmy while he's still playing, man. Talk to us about that. I just came. I forgot about that.
We did a Colts production called Colts Life,
and
they basically cover like a 10-minute short film on just who you are as a person. But like we've done Bobby, Darius, AWalk, myself, Naheem Hines, and it was just cool that that one was nominated for the short film or whatever. But I had like 3 of them that was nominated for different things. But luckily, like that one was chosen or whatever. But it was about coming to my hometown. I hold a community festival and a football camp each year on the same weekend or whatever. And then the day before, we do like a backpack blitz at the Boys and Girls Club to get the kids ready for school and everything. And then just going around town and I was just giving out jerseys to people that I appreciated, that helped shape me be Kenny Moore II. So, they felt like it deserved the Emmy. So I mean, I'll take it, but like, nah, it was a true blessing though. It was a true blessing.
That's a dope account. Did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams you'd won an Emmy?
Bro,
was that something?
I think whenever I saw Kobe win a Grammy, I was like, dang, like athletes can really like go into a whole different like field. You know what I mean? Like it's not just about your work of art as far as like your job that you take on each day. Is more so like using your job to maneuver through different things and accomplishing literally whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? So the Emmy is back there, and I see it every day whenever I walk out, and I'm just like, dang, like
that's crazy. It's a reminder, man.
It's crazy.
That's love. That's love.
It's more so that I want to do. Like that gave me like what I want to say. That like encouraged me to like do more than just football.
I mean that's another platform. That's another platform the GOAT started more than an athlete, man. I think even been on the other side of it, man. Now being retired from football, and being in contact with a lot of former players. And I know kind of once you lead a game, a lot of us struggle with kind of who we are outside of football, because it's hard to get where we get. Like, you got to dedicate so much time, energy, and effort into it that it's hard to kind of even identify with something outside of, obviously outside of, being a father, son, brother, and things like that. But doing something that impacted other people, winning Emmys, and it's not obviously about just winning an award, but like you said, your community festival, your book bag blitz. Like, I know all those things for me, those always meant more to me. Even when I was playing the game, when I would go and give my time to somebody, and just to see the impact or the look on those faces. I know you got a close relationship, or had a close relationship with Mighty Mason. I always see you talking about him, and just all those impacts. As an athlete, we go through so much, man, and we're shaped to just keep going, to adapt, to learn, to change, and those are transferable skills in life, man. And so, I mean, I just think the more we empower each other, empower ourselves, and just keep changing, keep growing. So I'm glad, man. Hats off to you again, man. I gotta see that again when I come out there.
All right, for sure. Yeah,
Let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, good luck on the rest of the season, man. Keep balling. Keep being the lead on the defense and on the team, man. And most importantly, man, keep doing what you're doing off the field. Like D-Bud just said, man, a lot of people look up to us as athletes, but for you to take your time out, like you said, community service yesterday, keep doing that, man. And again, man, best of luck to you.
I appreciate y'all. Good luck to y'all going forward, too. I appreciate all the love and respect.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Love. I'll talk to you soon.
So we got game 1 tomorrow, or tonight, whenever this come out. Lakers, Miami at Lakers. You already know who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling Miami. Rolling with the Heat. I said then 6. Gotta win game 1. I like the Heat. But if we bet and I need the spread, I think the spread 5.5.
It's the NBA. It's the NBA Finals, man.
I need the spread,
we going. It's the NBA Finals. You got the Heat. You know what I mean? I got the Lakers. Yeah, I got the Lakers, man. We straight up. We don't need no spread straight right up. Now. Yeah, it's the NBA Finals. What you mean?
Come on, it's a 5.5 point spread.
Man,
bro.
The two best teams. I don't care about what they doing in Vegas and all of that, man.
Man, bet good, man. Bet good.
Bet good. That's what I'm talking about.
I got Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, Buckets.
Buckets, man.
You heard what he said. If you want to win a championship, you got to go through Bron. That's what they got to do.
You got to go through Bron at some point, man. And that's real. This 10 straight
was real.
Outside of him being injured. Whether you beat him or he beat you, like you're gonna have to see him. Yeah. You're gonna have to see. It's inevitable. That boy like Thanos, man.
Hey. So, look, it's gonna be. I do want to see a good finals though. I don't want to see a sweep. I want to see a good finals. You know what I mean? Like you say, Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat, they've been balling. The young boys been playing well for them. So I'm excited. I just I want to see Bron get another ring and add on to his legendary career, man.
I'm happy for the Heat, man. I'm happy for the city. I'm happy for the Lakers too. You know, they deserve it. They were kind of the favorites, I think, coming into this season. Whenever you put, LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the same two top 5 players, in my opinion, on the same team, you expect them to at least reach the finals. And I don't think, but for the Heat, I don't think a lot of people expected this team. It's the first finals where both teams missed the playoffs the year before. Obviously, we know LA missed because Bron was out. Nobody expected this band of players and the Heat, besides them, to be in this final. So I'm excited about it, man. I know the city is on fire. We wish we had some games down here, man. You can imagine this, man. These games, LA and Miami.
Hey, I would have to come down here. We would have to do a pod. And we was gonna have to shoot to a game for sure.
Had to, man. For sure. Boys in the damn bubble.
Hey,
but it should be good though.
Another thing though, so Doc and the Clippers, they part ways. Where do you think he going next?
I thought Houston initially, but I don't see him really wanting to play with that roster because that's something that's too unique. I don't know, man.
So you got the Pelicans. You got the Rockets. The Philly hired somebody yet? They ain't hired nobody yet. You got Philly.
Where did Billy Donovan go? I know he left OKC, but I
left
feel like he
OKC.
got hired. Billy Donovan. Damn, I can see him in my head. I just can't. Where would Doc Rivers go though? I mean, New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans is a bad job. I can't believe the Clippers tricked that off like that this year though, man. If they would have lost in the West Conference Finals, everybody would have been like, all right, next year, give him another year.
He went to the Bulls. Billy Donovan went to the Bulls. Yeah, he tricked that. They tricked that up.
Yeah.
And with your guy, the best player, well, you said like a month ago or 2 weeks ago, the best player in the world, Kawhi Leonard.
I was tripping.
Yeah.
I was tripping. They tricked it off. Pandemic Pete tripped it off.
Yeah, he do that a lot.
He tricked it off. Doc Rivers didn't have his best series either, though. And I was critical of him in some games. He's obviously not out there playing, but it's certain things you got to do as a coach.
What you gonna do, right? You got Paul George. I think he gave himself that nickname.
Playoff P.
Yeah, I think he gave himself that nickname. You got Paul George. You got Lou Will. You got Kawhi. You got Pat Bev. And like at some point, it's like, what kind of plays you want me to draw up? Like, what type of substitution you want me to? What kind of substitution? Like, what is it? Tell me.
It's not even to the play. It's not even just the plays, man. It's just like I can just vividly remember. I think it was Game 6, and because you remember they kept blowing those leads. So in back-to-back games. So when that happens, you blowing back-to-back like I'm talking about like 16, 19 points leads in the second half. Like. Some of that's on coaching. Now, obviously, most of that's on players. But at some point, we got to do something different on defense. Hey, I got to call a timeout when the Nuggets are going on the run.
We only got a certain amount of timeout. So, like, you know what I mean?
Hey, you can't go home with them. Hey, timeout, man. They within 3. Damn, they took the lead. Timeout. You got to talk, man. Because you know how that team is built, man. Kawhi never been a vocal leader, man. So
I get that. But I just feel as though at some point I get the coaching. Like I get coaching. You know what I mean?
So you don't think he should have been fired? That's what it sounds like to me.
No. I feel as though they should have split ways. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? They should have split ways. But I was just asking, just as far as like at some time, if you got, like I said, you got Paul George, you got Kawhi Leonard. Like they gotta wear that.
It's definitely on them first and foremost. It's on Kawhi. It's on Kawhi. It's on Paul. Like you said, those those cats getting paid the big money. Those are the cats getting the max contracts.
Exactly. That's just like if LeBron, when they was in Miami, he wore all of that.
Facts.
He wore all of that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever
people don't even talk about Wade when they talk about that.
It's
nobody just plays Brian.
If you looking at them as
right.
if you looking at them as Kawhi, I would say top 5 in the league right now. I would say PG top 10 in the league. You know what I'm saying? So you got a top 5, you got a top 10 player, you got a 6 man of the year winner of this year. Then you got you can really rename the 6 man award after Lou Will, like dropping buckets. So I just feel as though at some point you got Patrick Bev. He's a great role player. What he does for that team.
Patrick Bev be out there fooling folks, man. Westbrook told y'all he running around fooling people, finally talking shit. I'm tired of Pat Bev, man. I'm tired of his ass. You know what?
I'm just saying that as a team, it's just like, yo, the players gotta look yourself in the mirror. You gotta own that. Like, yo, we tricked this up.
That's a fact. They definitely tricked it off. To me, it looked like Kawhi he got tired down the stretch, and Paul George never found. I feel like he never got in a real rhythm. Didn't show up, and in the playoffs, you're gonna need 2 dogs to show up. Even when the top dog may be off a little bit, the other one got to step up. You know, and you've seen it. You've seen it all playoffs with Jokic and Murray. You've seen it with LeBron and AD. You just see it like that's what you need, and that Heat team. I just feel like they're a squad. You know, what I
like
mean?
them. Jimmy Butler, he'll score 12 points, but then they'll still have Duncan Robinson,
Hero,
Tyler,
Bam might go off.
I like it.
It's a team effort, man. It's a mob, man. And Jimmy is clearly still that alpha. He's still top dog. But them boys ride, man. You never know. They play good team ball. They play with the right mindset. I think Iggy will be big. He gonna come up big in the finals. He had his best game in the last game.
I was just looking. He's six years in a row in the finals.
Six straight. And you know better than most. It ain't all about what show up in the box score, man. Some guys that's on the sideline or in the locker room or after a game, maybe just gather the guys like, hey, bro, I done been here before. Like, this is what we need. You know what I mean? Because you got a young group. And I think the bubble honestly helped that Heat team out a lot. But them boys thriving, man. They're young, they're hungry. Pat Riley running the show. Spoelstra has done a phenomenal job,
great job
this year coaching. So I'm excited about this final. Like you said, I hope it's a good finals. What are you going into game one? What's your Lakers' keys to victory?
LeBron has to come out aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of times he'll come back, try to get his teammates involved. I feel as though he has to come out aggressive. Like if he comes out aggressive, set the tone. AD he's gonna get his. You know what I mean? I just don't think it could be a situation where LeBron goes out and score 15 points. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean I need LeBron to be aggressive, driving to the rim. Obviously, you make the correct basketball play. You know what I mean? Catch, 3 cats on you, shoot. Dish it out. But I need him to be aggressive coming out the gate.
Okay.
How about you? How about you with the Heat?
I think the other guys. It's about the other guy. I think Jimmy gonna be Jimmy. The other guys just got to show up. Hero, Robinson. Guys got to hit open shots and just be reliable every week. I mean, every game. But starting with game one, get that confidence because they come out and get the first game against the Lakers. Like you come out and get the first one, and like you said, a lot of these cats, you got to think. Hero is 20, Robinson is young. All these cats are young, so they grew up looking at Bron like, this is LeBron James. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's kind of how when I came in, like, damn, it's Peyton Manning. I'm playing against Peyton. I'm playing with Tom Brady. Like, it's still some of that. But then when you go out there and beat them or you up 14 on Peyton, now it's like, okay, now I got to get this win. So I feel like it's going to be the same thing. So getting this win game one, I think game one will be very it'll let us know how this series is going to go. If Lakers come out and just handle business off the rip, it'll be ugly.
But I think, like you said, I think they got a great locker room. The way the locker room is set up, because like you said, Jimmy Butler's the alpha man. I don't think he's going to allow them to even come into the game looking at LeBron like that. And then you got Andre Iguodala. Like you just said,
him in the finals.
6 years in a row, and then people forget about Udonis Haslam on that sideline. Where I'm pretty sure he's really. You know what I'm saying? Them young guys is on the bench in the locker room. Like, look, this is what we need to do. So I think the young guys will come out ready now. Obviously, if they nervous.
We're gonna see, man. It's different though. When you was a rookie in that Super Bowl, I wasn't there, but you can't tell me that it wasn't a little different on that stage.
You know what? I was more nervous for that first game when we played Eli and the Giants in New York than I was the Super Bowl. Because the older guys had kind of put it in our head like, yo, we just played the Patriots 2 weeks ago. That was our Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the older guys was like, look, we just gonna come out here and do what we do. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously it was a little bit of jitters, but I had more jitters in that first game that year against the Giants than I did the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right, especially with it being in a bubble this year, and it's not like you're going out to, Staples or you even in American Airlines, and it's like, NBA Finals and all the theatrics that comes with that. You're in the same bubble you've been in for the last few months, with some different painting on the floor. So, you might be on to something right there. So, it'll be interesting, man. But hope for a good series, man.
Good series, LA in 5, baby.
I'm still sticking with the Heat in 6, man. So
hey, we're gonna do this show next week, and the Butler come over here and talk about he got LA.
It ain't been a good week for me picking, man. So hopefully I start off right at least, man. But yeah, man. Another episode, man. Another episode in the books. I don't know where we at now. We stacking these things up, but
stacking them up.
Another good episode. Had a great interview with Kenny Moore. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll be back on here Thursday. Y'all catch us Thursday, man, for the watch along with the Jets, bro. I don't know how long we're going to be on with this game. I ain't going to lie. This is stank one. Jets Broncos. Watch along, man to man. Join us live. We answer a bunch of questions every week. Every time we jump on YouTube, man. Subscribe to the channel, follow, listen to all episodes, all that good stuff, man. Another one in the books, man. Darius Butler, Antoine Bethea, for the episode of Man to Man Pod. Love, we out.
Peace.